A week in Dummary.
New cases of COVID-19 infections hit an all-time daily high in the USA this week, as President Trump set a good example in social distancing by holding a rally that nobody turned up to. Attendance was expected to be so high that rally organisers peeled distancing stickers off chairs to pack people in like MAGA sardines. The irony couldn't be juicier that only 6,000 people turned up, making the removal of these stickers wholly unnecessary and leaving Trump without an excuse as to why the stadium looked so empty. What's more, the lack of attendance was partly due to an active campaign by TikTok users to buy all the 19,000 tickets to stop die-hard Trumpies from attending. I guess you could say, with a TikTok out of stock, Trump is on his throne, but the redneck stayed at home. But Trump won't let a little thing like being fundamentally unlikable get in the way of his PR train, and he scheduled another COVID-infused rant-a-thon in Arizona only a few days later. At this point, he may as well just march into a hospital and start licking people. But Trump either doesn't understand the situation he's in, or simply doesn't care about normal people. Or both. Probably both, because this week Trump revealed that he instructed the White House to slow down coronavirus testing in order to drive down America's soaring infection numbers, which is a bit like preventing fires by taking the batteries out of your smoke alarm. As always, Trump's long-suffering White House flunkies came running to sat-nav the president out of the political ditch he just drove into by insisting that he's kidding. But Trump insisted in a later interview that he doesn't kid, unless he's telling everyone to drink bleach. Then he's got the biting wit of Oscar Wilde and the world just doesn't get his sarcasm. Combined with his laughable approval ratings and the fact that he retweeted a video where one of his supporters shouted white power, one can't help but wonder, will this be President Crybaby's one and only term in the White House? Or will the prospect of freedom be cruelly snatched away at the last second? Now we know how Melania feels. Meanwhile, in the UK, Boris Johnson relaxed the 2-metre rule for social distancing this week, and huge thanks to COVID-19 for agreeing not to jump that far from now on. British summertime has begun, and as every dickhead with a Chinese symbol tattoo floods their nearest beach, the British people have many questions. When will pubs reopen? When can I get my nails done? When can I go on holiday? One can't help but wonder if better questions to ask would be, when did you forget there's still a pandemic? And when did we become a nation of utter cockwombles? Speaking of cockwombles, Labour MP Rebecca Long-Bailey was fired from her position in Keir Starmer's shadow cabinet this week after retweeting some potentially anti-Semitic content, suggesting that American police learnt their brutal techniques from the Israeli secret services. Keir Starmer's zero-tolerance policy for anti-Semitism caused uproar in the Labour Party, who don't take kindly to decisive stances around these parts. And finally, Liverpool FC won the Premier League this week for the first time in 30 years. Unfortunately, some drunken tit had to ruin it by launching a firework at the Liver building, causing £10,000 worth of damage to a monument more than 100 years old. So by the time they build another one, maybe Liverpool could win the league again.
A week in